Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Saturday, the 1st of October, 2022. I hope you're doing well. Pinch and a punch for the first day of the month. So I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. I do general channeling for twin flames in there of what's going on with the divine masculine, divine feminine at the moment. But I also give mini reads for donations in there as well. So you've got a question for your higher self, come along to that show sometime. Find the next one laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there. If you're interested in a private reading with me, they're available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. I get them out within 48 hours. So if you find that they're all sold out, just check back a day or so later. I usually make some available each day. So let's see what's in the energies for everybody today. We have growth and we have tea ceremony as well. So doing things very precisely, consciously will lead to growth. So I feel like today is a day where you're learning, you're putting into practice what you've learned before. And so you've had spiritual lessons, you've had life lessons, perhaps emotional lessons, and now you need to be aware of those and consciously put into practice what you've learned. So remain conscious today. Don't fall back into old habits and do things unconsciously, because you might trip up and make the same mistake again, even though you've learned not to do that, It's that whole thing, like that lesson of if you don't listen to your intuition, and then you have a bad feeling about someone, you don't listen to that, you lend them some money, or you give them, you let them into your life or whatever, and you get a hard lesson from it, and then you say to yourself, oh, I know better than that, I know to listen to my intuition. It's that kind of thing. There's that kind of an energy today, is that you can either have learned and be conscious about it and do things very precisely based on what you've already learned, or you can fall back into old ways and get the same lesson again, kind of thing. We've got synchronicity here. This card is coming out so much lately, isn't it? So we've got a magical kind of a coincidence happening today. Could be around a lesson. What else? Ooh. Empathy. Don't let your empathy work against you, especially if we're talking about lessons around being overly giving to those that appear to require more love than others. It's not necessarily that's what they require, and you're not going to be able to fix them through doing that. So just be careful of that. Use your empathy for yourself, and don't let crappy people into your life. Okay, what else? What else have we got in the energies? Tarot. 6 of Cups. Generosity is the 6 of Cups. It's also about reciprocation too. Again, I'm getting a kind of a warning about this. Perhaps the spiritual lesson that you've got is about when you overgive, or you're too generous with people, giving them the benefit of the doubt, and it works against you. Just be careful of that energy today. What else? What else in the energies today? Take these 3. We have the Magician. You're manifesting something new. Now, the Magician card, he's got his resources, this Magician, and he uses all the resources that he's got in a very specific way, he doesn't squander any of the resources he's got. He uses them all toward one goal that he wants. So I'm getting the same for you here, is that you need to use all your resources. Is it headed toward this dream of this thing that you're manifesting? If not, don't squander that resource. Be it your time, your energy, your emotional energy, your generosity. Direct all of your resources toward that goal that you've got, the thing that you're trying to manifest. We've got the Page of Swords here. So this is somebody who is paying close attention to you, what it is that you're doing. And 8 of Cups. There's some kind of a walking away from an emotional attachment here going on. Let's get some clarity on all of this. So for the 6 of Cups, I was getting be careful with your generosity today. So Queen of Materials, you could be very stable, say in your finances, things like that. Be careful who you're generous with. 6 of Voices, you've got yourself out of trouble. Got yourself out of dodge. You got yourself to this place of stability. Everyone needs to do that, get themselves there. If we give handouts, have you ever given someone a handout? You'll find that they go exactly back to where they were before. You might as well have just thrown the money away. down the toilet, because they will get back to exactly where they were before, because they have their own relationship with source, their own level of abundance, and you can't change that. You can't change their level of abundance. Only they can do it. So even though it's a nice thing, it's like, okay, it's a nice thing to be generous. If it's has no effect on those people, why are you doing it? Because what I'm getting from this is it's taking away from your resources. You could be using those resources instead of giving it to someone, or giving it away to someone where it's just going to poof and be gone, because you can't change their energy. If you use it toward what you want as the magician, then it won't be squandered. So you need to trust that people can get themselves out of dodge, that they need to find that stability within themselves. I'm not saying never give to people, but a lot less. For some of you, you need to give a lot less. What's behind this? Otherwise, you might make yourself unstable, and what's the point in that? It's all good. It's all good. Don't beat yourself up about it, though, if you realize that you've made the same mistake again, kind of thing. The Magician. So use your resources wisely for yourself. We've got the Devil and the Queen of Voices. So have stronger boundaries, especially when negativity comes back at you. So people might be calling you selfish. And you need to have stronger boundaries. It's like, well, I need to be selfish. We all need to be selfish. So yeah, you might be experiencing some of this negative energy coming at you, and you need to not let it bother you so much. Queen of Voices, she's clear. She's clear in herself, you know. Have boundaries around your resources. Don't squander them on other people, because it's the same as like flushing it down the toilet. New beginnings. Manifest something for yourself here and use the resources that you've got for yourself. The universe has given you the resources for you, for your life, not for anyone else's. Put those resources into someone else's life, it will be gone, and it won't have benefited them. Use it in your life, it will benefit you strongly. This is why self-love works, is that as soon as you turn all of that energy for yourself, all of that focus on yourself, then it all starts working, because you're taking the power in your own life, and that's the only place that your power is. So Page of Swords, someone is noticing you here. What's this about? Yeah. The Sun. You make someone really happy. They're manifesting you, but things are up in the air at the moment. So someone's watching you at the moment. This could be a love interest, someone that will make you really happy, and someone that's really happy with you. But they're balancing things up at the moment with the Two of Materials there. They are manifesting you. But yeah, they can only watch at the moment. They can't interact, is what it feels like. What's behind this is inner journey. They're on an inner journey at the moment, so they could be going through some grief or some kind of an emotional process, having to work on themselves. Now we've got Knight of Cups here, which is the walking away from an emotional attachment. What is this all about? Why have we got the Eight of Cups here? What are we walking away from today? What are we leaving behind? Awakening, realizing something. Yeah, it could be the emotional attachment about giving to other people and realizing squandered each time. And it's not that the other person is doing anything wrong. When people have given to you, it's been squandered too. Yeah, they're not doing anything wrong. It's an impossible situation. So you could be waking up to that. An emotional attachment that you're leaving behind now. So what's the emotional attachment for that example is, you could be emotionally attached to giving, like, I have to be a good person because the religion that I grew up with told me to be a good person means I've got to be generous and I've got to help people out. And yeah, you might be realizing now, actually, that doesn't help. It doesn't help. Okay, what's behind this is burden. It's just a burden. It just leaves me with less and less power for myself. Yeah, your life is your own, you know, and your resources are your own. Okay, what's going on in our love lives? Let's find out. What's going on in our love lives today? Guys, what's going on in our love lives? What do we need to know about our love lives? Friendships on the floor. Let's hope the friendships aren't on the floor. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. You could just be friends with someone at the moment while they are manifesting you and having to balance things out. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we're always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yeah, it feels like something is missing at the moment. It feels like you're not in union at the moment for a lot of you, but be friends. Don't push things at the moment, I would say. Think it through. If you're tempted to push things forward, think it through. Release your blocks. You might not be happy if you push things forward today. Release your blocks instead to try and open up more to it. Be on this inner journey. If we're talking about this Page of Swords here that's manifesting you, if this is about your love life, this bit here, then they're on an inner journey as well, releasing their blocks. So release your blocks to this union. Be focused more on that inner journey today. What else in our love lives? Finding a balance. Find that balance within yourself. That's that Two of Materials again, right? Open up so that you can release your blocks so that it can be open. And support. Wow, with the support card, it feels like for those of you that are going through this generosity lesson, it feels like it's an important precursor to getting into the romantic relationship that you want. So it allows you to be supportive. Once you've got that lesson, you can be truly supportive instead of doing the codependent thing within a relationship and getting dependent on each other or getting them dependent on you, that kind of thing. So as you're opening up and releasing your blocks, you're also learning lessons about generosity so that you can have balance within a relationship. And it feels like this is essential learning before you get into that good relationship that you're headed toward. What else in our relationships today? What else in our love lives today? Letting go. Someone's letting go. You need to let go. Trust the journey. Because we've got a problem here. Bit of a mismatch at the moment. Not quite fitting together. Not quite flowing right now. Because of a lack of self-worth. Now, this lack of self-worth could be showing up in that generosity thing. So when people don't feel they're worthy in themselves, they feel like everyone else is lacking and they try and give to them. So your generosity might not be coming from a clean place. It might be about the lack that you're feeling. All the more important reason. All the more important to give to yourself. Perhaps it's you that needs your love right now. Yeah, it could be coming from a lack of self-worth. And you see, and when you come out of this energy, you notice it in other people. It's those wounded ones that are really feeling bad about themselves, that they're trying to be the most generous. And they're the ones that need it the most. They need to receive it the most, and they're not realizing that. It's them. They're kind of projecting the lack that they feel and the love that they need onto other people, trying to give it out, when really it's the other way around. They're the ones most in need of it, and they need to open up and receive it. So if you're experiencing that, just be aware of that and ask the universe, yeah, okay, it is me that needs this most of all. I'm going to give it to myself now. And ask the universe to bring more of it towards you as well. Forest, muddled, unclear thinking. Could be confused today in your thinking. We've got a box. You'll receive a gift. Nice. Someone could be generous with you today. What else? Ladder, climbing towards success. Now, you might think I've just contradicted myself there. But once you stop doing this, giving out of this fear of lack or this feeling of lack within yourself, over-giving kind of thing, you will still give, but it will be less. And when it happens, it will be in a really clean way and you'll really enjoy doing it. And the same with receiving too. So people who just want to give to you, they'll give to you, and then you can really enjoy it then. Instead of a feeling of like owing or needing to give back and all of that kind of stuff. You got a ladder here, climbing towards success. And target, a goal-oriented person. Like we have got the Magician out on the table twice. So there's a lot manifesting at the moment. And a lot of kind of lessons around this as well. especially around this empathy, you know. Careful, it doesn't work against you. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. This is just a bit of fun because this is a general reading, not a personal reading. But if you want me to pull one of those crystals out for a yes or no answer question that you've got, then come along to my Psychic Cafe show sometime. You can find the next show laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there. You can click on get notified when I go live. I can also do them in private readings as well. Use those crystals in private readings along with my cards, of course, for clarity. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. After you've booked in, click on the Contact Us page if you want to put specific questions in for your reading. You can just leave it open. No, you don't have to put your questions in. Leave it open and I will just channel as I usually do. Totally up to you. So, how best to deal with these energies today? We have the Queen of Swords, cut stuff out. What do you need to let go of? What do you need to draw a boundary on? What do you need to stop doing? What isn't working for you? Realize what's not working for you and stop doing that now. There we go. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Yes, go for it, says the aquamarine crystal. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment and click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell to hear more from me. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show where I do twin flame readings, live readings there. And also do 3 love picker card reads a week as well. Let me know what you want it to be about. You can find one of those right there, right now. And yeah, have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.